Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. It's now time for Frontline Business. Richard Byles has officially started his tenure as Governor of the Bank of Jamaica. Mr. Byles replaces Brian Winter to become the 12th Governor of the Central Bank. Previous to his appointment, Mr. Byles co-chaired the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, formed to monitor Jamaica's performance under the International Monetary Fund Agreement. Mr. Byles was also the chairman of the Sagicor Group of Companies and Red Stripe. Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Producers Group, Jeffrey Hall, has suggested to investors in the business process outsourcing BPO sector to look to St. Mary as the next destination to invest. His company is the largest private employer in St. Mary. Mr. Hall says while agriculture remains viable in St. Mary, the parish is ready to transition to other sectors.
We believe that the transportation links are only getting better, and so we're very optimistic about St. Mary. We think that St. Mary has the potential not only to add value to agricultural products, but also to look at the world of tourism and to look at the world of business process outsourcing as well. And so we see ourselves participating in our existing business in St. Mary, but also developing the talent in St. Mary that can present St. Mary for the next generation.
Minister of Industry and Commerce, Audley Shaw, has given details on plans to introduce import-export regulations for cannabis. According to the minister, regulations are expected soon.
I've set a target for the end of September for the regulations to be promulgated and in place because I want us to start exporting extracted oil and buds from Jamaica into external markets. Canada wants it. Australia is crying out for it. Germany wants it. All over the world, they want the Jamaican brand.
In the meantime, Mr. Shaw described U.S. restrictions on ganja businesses as hypocritical.
We are still faced with the challenge of financial institutions in Jamaica and many international jurisdictions not allowing banking transactions for legally licensed medicinal cannabis companies because of the restrictions imposed by the United States Bank. If developing countries are to compete successfully, there cannot be unwarranted impediments in our way. It is inexplicable that in the United States right now, 31 states are actively in this business, and 31 governors of the United States have sent a petition to President Trump asking for an urgent dealing with the issue of correspondent banking. How can it be that this is not yet straightened out, yet there are 6 companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ in this industry?
In Monday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index advanced by 8,357 points to close at over 500,000. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 69 stocks, of which 35 advanced, 26 declined, and 8 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 30 points to close at 3,558. Stocks advanced for AMG Packaging and Paper, Barita Investments, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Cement, and Caribbean Cream. Stocks declined for Access Financial Services, Berger Paints, Cargo Handlers, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, and Caribbean Producers. Trading firm were 138 Student Living, 1834 Investments, Fontana Limited, iCreate Limited, and Indies Pharma Jamaica. Wigton Wind Farm was the volume leader with over 35 million units, followed by Sagicor Select Funds Limited with almost 23 million units, and the Limnas and Bards Limited with close to 2 million units. News in oil. Oil prices gained roughly 2% on Monday after a weekend attack on a Saudi oil facility by Yemen forces threatened crude supplies, and as traders looked for signs that top economies would take measures to counteract a global slowdown. Brent crude, the international benchmark for oil prices, settled at $59.74 a barrel, rising $1.10. U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures settled at $56.21 a barrel, up $1.34. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. Pleasant viewing.